Gamers, you probably just started playing Honkai Star Rail, and I don't want you to scam yourself the same way I scam myself. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about how to not do that in our little beginner's guide today, starting off with reason number 1, which is subscribing to this YouTube channel, because we upload content just about every 2 days on new stuff coming to the game, how to play the game, guides, and everything like that. So why not hit the subscribe button? It would really help the channel out. God, I look scuffed right now. Ew, back to Katsuki Sampo. So hopping into the actual tip number 1 now, which is focus. And this is a pretty broad term, I know, but focus on your account. Focus on your dailies. Focus on everything on your account that can push your Trailblazer level up. What I mean by this is going through and doing your weekly and daily quests to make sure this is the first thing you do every single day when you're getting on your account, especially the dailies. The dailies are the most important thing. As you can see, they're pretty simple to do. Complete one daily mission, Crimson Calyx, whatever, maybe a Golden Calyx, salvage a relic, complete Forgotten Hall one time, and as you can see, what you get from this is this nice looking Trailblazer XP. This is going to play into your account leveling, and the account leveling is super duper important. You're also getting Stellar Jades every day by this, and ways to level up your account as far as relic fragments. You're also getting some XP books and some credits as well, because all of these can be pretty hard to find, and this will actually save you something which we're going to talk about in the future, which is your Trailblazer power, but it does give you the Trailblazer XP. The big thing about the Trailblazer XP here, guys, is it plays into your account level. Right now on this sub account, on my alt account, I'm Trailblazer level 57, and I just finished the story not too long ago. I was already Trailblazer 50 when I completed the story, but yes, you can grind this up, get your Trailblazer level up. You can actually go through and level up your characters more. When I hit the next equilibrium rank, I'll be able to get my blade and all my characters to max level 80. Right now, the max I can get them is level 70, and yeah, it's going to be absolutely pog and absolutely great. This will be able to let you push to in-game content sooner, and this is just really important. You want to ultimately be aiming for Trailblazer rank 60. That's where you unlock basically everything you need for your characters, and whenever you reach Trailblazer 65, it'll upgrade your equilibrium rank one more time, which basically gives you a little bit harder content that gives you more rewards. And I do stress this a lot, doing your weeklies and dailies are super important. They're actually more important than the story in my opinion, just because you are limited to only getting these rewards once per week, whereas the story you can complete at any time that you want and really get those rewards just about any time. Whereas these, you know, they reset every week, so if you don't do them, you miss out on rewards you could have had to level up your account in the future. We're going to talk about the weekly rewards a little bit more in detail and a little bit later in the video, but let's go ahead and talk about reason number 2 now, which is your Trailblazer power. Don't waste this Trailblazer power. As you can see, I am capped. This is not good. You shouldn't be capped like me. I have had a wedding this weekend and I've had family down and I haven't been able to play the game. It's great that they have this system. The way this works right here, this reserve Trailblazer power system, is you get 1 point every 18 minutes, which means you're basically getting like one trail. You're basically getting, every time you'd be getting 3 normal Trailblazer power, you're only getting like 1 here or something like that. So yeah, just make sure you're on the lookout for this, because this can get you pretty down bad if you're not consuming and using this properly. I have a lot in reserve right now. As you can see, I have max coins. But yes, Trailblazer power. Let's go ahead and talk about how to use it efficiently. First of all, guys, don't go wasting your Trailblazer power on your relics here if you're under Trailblazer rank 50. It is absolutely just about pointless to use any Trailblazer power on these missions. You want to wait until you're getting a decent amount of golden relics until you can actually use these, because if you farmed it before and you're only using purple relics, they're going to get power crept really easily. This is like in-game grind stuff right here when you're farming relic pieces. Whenever you do hit that Trailblazer rank 50 though, I would recommend farming up your main stats first, and after you have all your main stats and the sets that you want, then go for the substats after the fact. But that does kind of lead me into point number 2 now, which is your traces. Your traces are guaranteed stats where relics are not. Now, in my opinion, I think relics are better at getting at a certain degree than some of your traces are, just because these the amount of actual like difference these make as far as like 1 to 2 levels is a lot less as far as like your damage output and everything about your character wise, stat wise, than what a relic and main stat's gonna give you, right? But the big thing about traces is that these are guaranteed and you can get them. There are certain levels I would recommend you stopping at though. I wouldn't go past level 8. I would recommend getting your traces to level 8 because that's when they become really expensive after that. So I would recommend getting your main traces up to level 8 and then stopping there and then going to farm for your relics after that. Just because, like I said, it is really hard to farm and it gets really expensive to actually go through and farm these things after you hit that threshold. And if you're below like Trailblazer 40, I would probably just get these level 4 and just rock and roll with it. There are certain characters, of course, where you don't have to farm as many materials up, which we'll talk more about in a second here. Like, for example, Asta, you really only technically need her ultimate and her talent. These are the two main things with her kit. Really, just look at your character's kit, see what the strongest things in their kits are. For example, Asta's ultimate gives speed and her talent gives attack. These other two just hit for damage, which really don't benefit that much unless you're running a certain build of Asta later in the game. But early in the game, I would recommend just leveling up these two for her just because they give her the fattest buff. Same thing with Ting Yun, just really level up her ultimate and her skill, and that's really the only thing that needs to be leveled up on her. You can go for others after that. Certain characters you want to level up more than others just because of the fact and the nature of their actual kit themselves. Now, what's the number one most important thing for your character? That's going to be their levels and their light cone levels. EXP level is the number one most important thing you should be aiming for your characters. So this means you should be farming the golden calyx here and getting your traveler guides and stuff like that up, so you're able to level up your character's XP. This is what I would recommend using a lot of your Trailblazer power on, just farming XP for your characters, getting them leveled up. Make sure they're high level because this plays a huge role into what they're able to do. Bare minimum, I would recommend getting all of your characters to at least level 72. When you reach in-game content, of course your DPSs want to be maxed out in level, but like your supports and stuff like that, I would recommend level 72 so you can meet that 12 level, I think it's a 12 level threshold of what the end of MOC will bring, so you're not taking increased damage, like double damage on those guys there. So yeah, get them to at least level 72 there, and you should be rocking and rolling there. Same thing goes for light cones as well. If you have your light cones at low levels, you do get pretty different stat increases depending on what the level of these things are. As you can see here, looking at these two light cones, you know, it's 100 less attack, it's about 200 less HP. So getting these leveled up do play a big role in your character's progression as a whole. These are the main things I would focus on leveling up whenever you hit that new equilibrium rank, and using your Trailblazer power before that to actually pre-farm to get these characters leveled up. Either their XP books, essential materials, golds you might, or credits you might need, and so on and so forth. That's what I would recommend using your Trailblazer power on before actually reaching that next rank. So all the content you reach when you get there is a lot easier for you to farm. Now, I said I would touch on this a little bit later in the video, so let's go ahead and talk about it now, and that is going to be your weeklies. Now, if you're just starting out in the game, I would recommend saving most of your weeklies, or really just Echoes of War, until you reach the end of the week, just so you can try to push as high of a Trailblazer level as possible, so you're getting max rewards for all of this stuff. What I mean by this is these obviously have different rewards depending on the equilibrium rank you reach, which means you can get higher rewards, more gold relics from this, you get more fragments, you know, so on and so forth. You just get more stuff overall by going through and beating this right here, this Echo of War, if you have it at a higher level. So I would recommend, if you're not at a high Trailblazer level, to save this and just progress through it near the end of the week when you're near your peak, right? Same thing can be said as far as like your farming and stuff too. Like if you don't want to go balls to the walls and use everything up, then you could also save this stuff for the end of the week too, whenever if you were to hit a new equilibrium rank, so you can farm the higher version of some of these resources. Really just depends on you. Simulated Universe can be really completed at any time. It's just really up to you. It doesn't really matter too much. You get 2 coins per week. This I always recommend completing near the beginning of the week. So now you've been probably playing the game for a little bit, and you might be asking yourself, who should you be rolling for? What is the best character to get on the standard banner? You have, you know, you get a guaranteed 5-star, right? You get your first 5-star, and who are you looking for if you're looking to reroll, right? My recommendation would be Bronya. Bronya equals #1 support unit in the game. She is just cracked. She is really good. She's the best character out of all the standard 5-stars here, and arguably one of the best characters in the game. The second best here, probably going to be Well. Well offers a lot of CC for your team. You can also use him as a DPS imaginary character as well, so he can be put in multiple roles on your team so that is really cracked. Also, if you get a Clara's being pretty decent right now, and she's going to be better in the future the more stuff we get for follow-up attack units. She just has been getting better and better since her release, and she's still really cracked at release, but she's getting better than that, which is really nice to see. Also, if you get Gepard or Bailu, I mean, I guess you can roll them. They're sustained characters. Gepard is better than Bailu in my opinion, so that's the order I would say. Probably Bronya, Welt, Clara, Gepard, and then also Bailu as well. By the way, if you didn't know, Clara also pairs up really nicely with March 7th, which is a free-to-play preservation unit you get. So if you get her, that's also a bonus added on. And then finally, what are the top 5 characters you want to build on your account? What did I mess up? I messed up by building into every single character that exists in this game. That's what I messed up on, right? So don't make the same mistakes I did. Let's go ahead and talk about the characters you want to be building up on your account. If you pull a featured 5-star unit, meaning right now Jingliu is the guaranteed featured unit right now, right? If you pull her, level her up. Whatever the featured 5-star is, just level them up. That is probably going to be the best bet for your account as far as that goes. Second best is probably going to be leveling up whatever 5-star you get from this warp here. This is just, I mean, I think it's pretty common sense, right? Like, these are really solid units, especially if you get a Gepard, Bailu, Bronya, or a Clara, whatever the case may be, right? It doesn't really matter. Like, whatever the case may be you get here, that's probably a safe bet to level up because you'll probably end up using them for a pretty good amount of time, right? Other units I would recommend leveling up is if you're pulling on Jingliu's banner right now, level up Tingyun. If you get level up Tingyun. Tingyun's probably the best 4-star in the game. We'll be having a build guide come out on her in a few days from now if it's not out already. No, it probably won't be out already. Anyways, we're doing a build guide on her. She's really cracked. She's really good. She helps any team. She is literally, you can put her on any team she works. Same with Asta. Asta has less teams that she can work in, but Asta is a really solid character. You get her completely for free. She gives a speed boost and attack buff to the team. She also shreds fire shield, so also a really good character to have. And she's kind of here just by necessity. If you cannot pull another sustained character, you're probably gonna have to build your Natasha. So I mean, either Natasha or like a March 7th, you could go for either one of these to build. I would probably say Natasha. Natasha will carry you through most of the game, and she's just easy clap pogger woggers and pretty darn good. Also on the channel, I do have a video talking about the 5 best free-to-play characters to build in the game, so I would also recommend watching that if you are interested on the best 5 free-to-play characters in the game right now. So anyways, gamers, that's gonna do it. Don't scam yourself like I scam myself. My account is in shambles. Both of my accounts are in shambles. Don't make the same mistakes I did. Anyways, gamers, that's going to do it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one later. Bye-bye.